Hello everyone and welcome to the Vortex, where lies and falsehoods are trapped and exposed. I'm Michael Vorse reporting to you from Manila in the beautiful Philippines. We're here for a week at the request of pro-life Catholics working with their bishops who are deeply concerned about a move by some national lawmakers to legalize contraception throughout the country. What follows in the foul wake of contraception is the objectification of women, abortion, shattered families, children who have no father, in short, a society in suicide mode. The forces behind this effort to cripple the heavily Catholic Philippines by destroying the family are, of course, Planned Parenthood and its allies. And in one of those ongoing efforts to make their plans seem palatable, they're playing games, word games. The name of the legislation their allies in the Filipino government is sponsoring is Reproductive Health, known as RH here in Manila and the rest of the Philippines. But in a move worthy of the reputation as liars and deceivers that they have, they're now playing games with the name of the proposed legislation and referring to it as Responsible Parenthood, RP. What a funny name for a bill whose aim is to prevent becoming a parent by preventing birth. This might seem like a new tactic to Filipinos, but for Americans and Canadians and some Europeans who know the stinking rot that emanates from Planned Parenthood and the whole abortion lobby, word games are actually the order of the day. These killers try to conceal their true intentions by a clever use of vocabulary. For example, even Planned Parenthood went through a name change. It used to be known as the American Birth Control League, but that outfit merged with another similar organization and decided to change the name, talking about parenthood rather than preventing or discouraging parenthood. And thus began the strategy of lying about your intentions by renaming your operation to give the impression that you do something that you really don't do. Another example from the child-killing crowd, NARAL, the National Abortion Rights Action League. That's what NARAL stands for. Rightly assuming that using the word abortion in its official business might put off some people and easily identify what they're really about, it inserted the word reproductive into its long name, so now it stood for the National Abortion and Reproductive Right Action League. Realizing that the new name only sort of masked their real identity, they switched names again in a few years, and in 2003 simply refused to spell out what NARAL stood for and stuck on the end the letters of that phrase, Pro-Choice America. So now it's just NARAL Pro-Choice America, with a lovely picture of the Statue of Liberty attached just to mask it some more. All because choice sounds so much kinder and gentler than abortion. But you know what they say, a serial killer by any other name still slaughters tens of millions of children. And speaking of the word choice, the deranged leaders of the abortion lobby figured out very quickly not to use the phrase pro-abortion, but substitute it for pro-choice. Their allies in the media quickly obliged and started using the misleading phrase. But they didn't think twice about sticking the moniker onto the pro-lifers. To this day, pro-lifers are still referred to as anti-abortion by most mainstream media outlets around the world. So you get the point. Evil cannot show its true face, at least not at first. It has to operate in the shadows and in secret. It can't stand the light. So we come back to the situation developing here in the Philippines. The backers of RH are now talking about their bill not as reproductive health, as we said, but as responsible parenthood, RP. Always the word games with this crowd. Always the deceptions. Well, don't be fooled, Filipinos. We've seen this game in the West for decades now. Lie and deny. That's always the strategy. Lie and deny. Lie about your intentions by hiding behind your fake name and deny the reality of your true agenda. We've had the opportunity during our time here to meet with a number of Catholic bishops and talk with them about the situation. They're concerned, and with the help of the very dedicated laity, they are mobilizing and trying to get the truth out about RP. We've also talked with some of the Filipino congressmen who tell us that this is going to be a tough fight. The bill is moving forward, but when a vote will happen is anybody's guess right now. It seems the longer a vote is put off, the more undecided congressmen are declaring their votes against the bill, and that's a good thing, of course. But it's still very much an undecided issue as of today. Keep this Catholic country in your prayers. There are extremely dedicated Catholics here working their tails off to get the word out about the evil just waiting to pounce on their fellow citizens. The Philippines would be a showcase victory for the abortion lobby and Planned Parenthood. dethroning the Catholic Church here would be a victory that would be heard around the world in every world government and pro-abortion outfit. It is imperative that the Church hang on here for the sake of the future of the faith. We'll have more for you as we begin to wrap up our reports this week from the Philippines. God bless you. I'm Michael Voris.
Please help us keep delivering these kinds of messages that so desperately need to be heard and acted on. Join RealCatholicTV.com today as a premium subscriber. Become immersed in the faith established by Jesus Christ. The Catholic Church is the only hope against evil because that is its God-given mission. As our Lord said, apart from me, you can do nothing. Join RealCatholicTV.com today as a premium subscriber and come to learn and love Christ more deeply.